welcome to my channel. What you will need today is aluminum foil. You will also need a file 100 to 180 grit. You will need 2 cotton balls. And you will need 100% pure acetone. I got this from Walmart for $2 to $3. So what I'm doing is I'm using the 100 side grit of the file. You can use 180, you can even use 240, it's up to you, just to take off the shine. Since these are glitter nails, they are a little bit chunkier, so I want the acetone to soak in faster and soak off smoothly, so I don't sit there for 15 to 20 minutes soaking them off. It would be faster. So all I'm doing is, like I said, taking off the shine. You don't have to dig in there, you don't have to take minutes filing. You're just taking off the shine, making sure that the acetone could soak in there. I am, as you can see, blocking her sidewalls and her cuticle area. You do not want to file on the client's skin or cuticle area. You will be filing on your own fingernails and fingers. That's why my manicures usually never last too long. But you want to protect them and make sure that you do get the sidewalls and the free edge so that it can soak in faster. Now I will be grabbing the cotton balls in a little bit so I can start the procedure. And I will be grabbing 1 cotton ball, split it into about 5 to 6 pieces. Of course, all you need is 2 cotton balls. You will drench them in acetone and you will apply it on the nail. You will then grab the aluminum foil, put it right underneath, below your second joint, wrap it around one side first, then the other, twist the end, tuck it underneath, and squeeze. You will feel acetone coming off, leaking a little bit. It's okay, it dries off, so it's fine. I'd rather it be very wet so that way it can soak off and you don't have to recheck it and keep applying it over and over. By doing the small cotton balls, I realized that it helps me save about 5 to 10 minutes. For me personally, it helps. What it does that I see is that the aluminum foil heats up the acetone, so it removes the gel polish faster for me. So that's why I use such small pieces. Instead of taking 15 to 20 minutes, it should only take me about 10 to 12 minutes to remove, sometimes even less, depending if it's just a solid color. It'll, of course, come off easier than glitter. Glitter is a little bit chunkier, so it'll take a little bit more time. If you see that the no chip is not coming off, you go ahead and drench it in more acetone or put the same cotton ball on aluminum foil and give it another few minutes. You do not want to apply pressure or leave any marks. That's how it should look. Now when you take it off, squeeze and pull. Any extra stuff will come out with it, less work for you to pull off. So you remove it gently. It looks like I'm pressing hard, I'm really not. Very gently. I support the fingernails, especially if they're long, because you don't want to bend them, hurt them, or do anything to make the client feel uncomfortable or to damage the nail. So I personally like to protect as much as I can. So I'm just removing it. It should slide right off. It shouldn't be you having to dig in there deep. It's just I'm going slow because the glitter is thicker and I don't want it to yank off any piece of the nail if it's not going to come off. As you can see, I'm still supporting the nail. Brush off any extra. Get the sidewalls. And then when you push back the cuticle, you can actually remove anything around the cuticle, so you don't have to worry about that right now if you don't want to. Okay, now I will be buffing the nail plate with the buffing block I got at Sally's for a few cents, maybe $1, I think it was. This removes any marks, any scratches, and any debris on the nail plate so it can be smooth, slick, and ready to apply either just a simple top coat, a color, or do another no chip on top. Want to make sure you get the sidewalls really well by the cuticle, even the free edge, so it can be a very smooth surface. It's like polishing your, what's it called? It's like putting polish into your car. You always want to make sure before you apply the polish, you want to make sure you buff the surface first and smooth it out for the paint to go on top smoothly. I even do this on pedicures right before I polish their nails with regular polish. It helps so much. Okay, now I'm going to push the cuticles back. You could push the cuticles back first and then buff. It's your choice, whatever you would like. I'm only taking the dead skin off. I do not cut the cuticle. Since I am licensed, I do not want my license to be taken away. In the state of Illinois, we're not allowed to cut cuticle. We only push back the cuticle and we cut off any dead dry skin. Now I'm just brushing off any debris. And I'm filing her nails now. I'm filing her sidewalls. My client likes her nails squoval. She likes sharp free edge, but she likes round at the edge, not too sharp. She does type, so it's easier for her and less easy for them to break. When you have clients who type a lot or on the computers or in general office jobs, it's recommended to have rounded nails just because they're stronger that way for typing, or they can just handle. They're just strong in that way. So it's up to the client. She does like a sharp free edge, so I do make them squoval. If I make them square, they are a bit sharp or they'll start chipping. So that's something good to know, what your client does as a career, and kind of recommend what shape you think is best for them. Remember, protect the sidewalls, protect the fingers, apply pressure on top of her nails, brush off any dust, and that's how they should look. You can apply cuticle oil right after that, which I did not show on the video, but they are done and ready to be polished or ready for another no chip or whatever the client would like. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.